Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. Brett in my hands is Ultimate Universe #1. The issue came out in early November. Did a written review, but I kind of debated about what I really wanted to do further when it comes to the Ultimate line. I've decided that I'm going to go and treat it like I do some other lines of comics where I'm going to review everything. So all the comics are going to be coming out after this. We're going to be reviewing. So I felt it kind of pertinent and good to go back to this original one and review this, and because it's kind of key. I think this is my review will explain why I am reviewing this. So it's written by Jonathan Hickman, art by Stefano Caselli, color by David Curiel, lettering by Joe Caramagna. So this kicks off after the Ultimate Invasion storyline. So the Ultimate Universe came out many, many years ago, was seemingly destroyed, though it wasn't destroyed even when everyone said it was destroyed. They just made it clear that it still existed. Recently the Maker, which was the ultimate version of Reed Richards, escapes his prison in the 616, gets over to the Ultimate Universe, and starts reshaping it. And how he reshapes it is by taking out key moments. So Peter Parker was never bitten by a spider. Thor was locked away and didn't get his hammer. Bruce Banner, it seems like his anger is kind of under check and he's more in tune, even though he looks like the Hulk. Some of the other, like Fantastic Four, never went to space. So he took away all those key moments to make heroes. Interesting concept. It's a very interesting way to maybe shape a universe. In his place is a whole bunch of kind of kingdoms led by familiar characters. There's like a version of Captain Britain. There's a version of there's a whole bunch of like Colossus and all that. And each control their own little area, kind of given their leeway by the Maker. They all manipulate the world, events, stuff like that to keep things in order. And it's kind of shaken up when Howard Stark finally kind of decides enough is enough. He's figured out what's happened and decides to go basically take on the Maker, who's just kind of really trying to control all of time and space at this point. And they get locked away. So Howard Stark is gone. The Maker is locked away, and everyone's left isn't quite sure what to do. Stark's kind of control over North America is up in the air, so that's of course getting tossed around. And in the place is Stark's son, who's Tony Stark in this, is going by now Iron Lad, and he's teamed up with a version of Doom, who to basically kind of make right the wrongs and reset. I don't know if I would say reset the timeline, but definitely kind of get things the way they should. To me, this is all really interesting. And I remember when the first Ultimate line came out many, many years ago. When it first launched, to me, it was just really the same stories done without all of the baggage, all the history. It was similar stories, similar characters, similar issues, slight differences, but in the end, to me, it didn't feel that different than the main line. Now, after a while, there was a lot of variation and differences, but when it started, to me, it was just basically Marvel Comics without the continuity issues. And that's fine. A fresh start is not a bad thing. This feels like a building off of what has happened before. It is, in a way, a fresh start, but also there is a lot of continuity. And there's the best of both worlds. There's the history that kind of led up to this. There's all the stuff that the Maker's done. And then things are kicking off from here. And I think where it gets even more interesting is how Stark and his team, which is Doom, Thor, we're going to leave, you can see it here. We got Lady Sif and then Captain America, are being formed and put together. I mean, that's all an interesting story. And then the ending, and spoiler, basically the folks who are kind of controlling the rest of the world hijack a Stark laser, nuke a city, and blame Tony Stark, who now may or may not be dead and is being branded out as a terrorist. To me, that's actually really interesting, that these people who are going to try to right the wrongs, reset the timeline, or whatever you want to call it, are now going to be looked at as the villains. It makes it a much more dangerous mission, kind of vibes of X-Men in Australia off of it, which was a great time period in the X-Men stories. And, it's not just a straight up who's good, who's bad. They're going to have a lot more issues recruiting people, getting people to help them, just being trusted in general because of what's happened. So to me, this feels like a fresh start in a lot of ways, and is also throwing up a lot of differences from the Marvel 616 to make it stand out. We got 3 series that are definitely coming out. We got Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man coming in January, Ultimate Black Panther in February, and Ultimate X-Men in March. We kind of got a tease of the Ultimate X-Men, which looks much different than the current X-Men we know. Good thing. The Ultimate Spider-Man looks like a older Peter Parker married with kids. Again, different than 616. Cool. We don't really know tons about Black Panther, I don't think, yet. But to me, like, it's taken familiar concepts, but is actually doing something different with them. And with it being an Ultimate Universe, a new world, like, maybe we're going to see a decent change going forward. I'm kind of looking forward to it. So overall, like, these are the things that have got me thinking, like, I really kind of want to dive into this. So we're gonna go for the ride. We're gonna see where it all goes, and I think this is gonna be intriguing as to where it all goes. I'm looking forward to it. So this is gonna be your hookup for the Ultimate reviews. We're gonna cover everything. It's gonna be interesting. There's only a few lines that we're doing this. This is gonna be one of them. So look forward to that, kicking off in January with Ultimate Spider-Man. You can go with this. It's been out in shops for a bit now. Couple weeks. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. It'll tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. Do you have some links where you can purchase your own? There'll be affiliate links, so you get a small percentage. By doing that, you'll support our site. So thank you. Just watching our video. Support us as always. Thank you for that. If you're into comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.